But we'll start with a talk between the two of us. How are you doing, Pekka?
I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. Yeah. So the last week I came here on Monday and I have set up my little office. So I'm gonna get work done. I'm gonna hopefully see a couple of more films. I was able to see the films of today's guests as well. So this is great. Kind of helps with the starvation of not being in festivals lately.
Yeah.
And it is also awesome that the guests are actually live here physically. So
Yeah.
definitely, I think everybody can relate that this hasn't been going on for a while now.
No, it was already a bit surreal to arrive here, be welcomed, and check into this event. It feels like last time was a year and a half ago since anything similar to this happened. But you are a filmmaker yourself. I saw your work. You made some short documentaries. Visual experimental documentaries that screened in festivals like Go Short, and you started to making some how to say nature documentaries, right? Is that right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can get to those as well. But indeed, I think Go Short has screened our very first film, Hanasari, already a long time ago, and we did know of the existence of the festival, but somehow we did not manage to come here until we met Kirsten actually physically. And 2014, she got us here by basically telling us, guys, here is this artistic residency, this Besinder's house.
Yeah.
We are going to give it to you for 3 months. Like, just take your stuff, take your computers, and come over here, and we'll take it from there. And we had an awesome spring of 2014 here, and I think I've been here since five times maybe, except the COVID year.
COVID edition.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And so I would say about half of my films. So I work with Hannes Vartiainen usually. So until now we have made 10 films together. So I think the first 5 maybe were shown here.
Yeah, I always met you as a duo, Hannes and Pekka.
That is the normal
brand.
way of seeing us. Yeah.
And perhaps it's interesting also for the audience because, I mean, we are kind of pretending to be at a festival now, which is not really happening because all the films are shown online and it's not a real event like it usually is. So, I mean, we are very lucky to meet some filmmakers here today physically at the bar. We can talk to them, which kind of mimics the actual film festival experience. But what can you tell about what is the meaning of going to a festival as a filmmaker?
Well, I will describe how it is this year. I have been walking here. It's as usual rainy morning to arrive to Nijmegen by train, and I have been seeing the festival posters around. The I miss us, we miss us posters, and seeing all the places. I have been up there in front of Lux. There's just some tapes on the ground. There is no festival tent. There's nobody there. It is a weird feeling to not.
But what is it when it's actually happening?
Yeah, right. Oh well, Go Short is one of the best organized festivals I think of any that I have been able to visit over the years, and I think they have grown from, like, in just a few years, they already, because the first time we were here, 2014, it was not an old festival, but everything was already rolling so smoothly. So I think we divide our times by socializing with other filmmakers. Often we see other people, then you get to meet some locals, make some friendships, hopefully. Definitely has happened here. Then we watch films as well. And depending on other roles, we have given some presentations and masterclasses and so on.
But it have for you? Does it have really a business or like business sounds wrong maybe? But what is the actual? I mean, apart from the social part, I mean, what does it help you? How does it help your projects, or does it help your projects too?
It helps on the inspiration side for sure, but. The way me and Hannes have worked over the years, it has been a very small team. We haven't done any international like co-productions, for example. for us it has been a really hands-on little production company, and get your hands dirty, do most of the things. So because we are not working, for example, in fiction film, our team can stay relatively small, and we have also our like court composer, or I don't know how to translate that, but our trusted composer, Jonathan Portaankorva, music composer. So he has worked on each of our films as well. So it's the core people is 3. So we have taken usually the time to like experiment with a bit exotic filming formats or different cameras or microscopy or data and so on. So it takes more time in the basement basically to do the film, and then the festivals, when we get out, when we have something to show, then you get a breath of fresh air. You get out, you meet everybody, and you have deserved your free time as well. So that's, I don't know if it goes like that for everybody, but for us, Go Short, for example, is not a business related event in the way that it might be for some other filmmakers.
Because usually, I mean, a lot of people gather at Go Short. I mean, I was here for the first time in 2014 with my first short film, and I didn't know anything about short film festivals, and I met a bunch of people. I think I met you at that year as well. And then I traveled to other festivals in Europe, and I found out that many of the same people, or many people directors from other festivals, I all met them in Nijmegen. And it's a very small, I think it's a very small world, and it usually, I mean, normally it all comes together here in Nijmegen once a year. And now I saw that they are all meeting in this RPG style online environment. Did you see that?
I have not seen that.
Yeah, so it looks like, I don't know, like Pokemon, and there's like a 2D bar like this, and little figurines. They move about, and they are like director of this festival, director of this, or distributors, and they have little emojis, and they get together and they chat.
I want to get in on that.
I don't know. I think, I mean, they're still trying to organize the social event on the moment when the festival is happening, but it's all virtual, of course.
No, but it's absolutely, when you make a film, you have maybe worked on it for a year. Sometimes we've worked more than 2 years on a single film. And when you finally get it to festivals, if it gets accepted, you do meet sometimes the same people in several festivals during the year. And the life cycle of a film is about a year and a half maybe.
Yeah.
So after that, it's too old to be on any festival. So you kind of ride the wave. And then it's very fun. Like, we have met a couple of times, for example. Well, we have made several films, both of us. So it's natural that we have already met a couple of times. But some people you meet for about a year, and then they kind of fall off because maybe you don't finish another year on the same year, for example. So, or another film on the same year.
But do you make an effort to stay in this momentum, or are you happy to live, you know, in the shade for a couple of years and then return with a film? Or are you aware of keeping this social thing going? Or
very aware. I think it's
very aware.
It's like day and night. You do.
That's why you're here, right?
Yeah. It's not, well. This is the best of accidents and consequences coming together. This is like as I said, Besinder's house. Without that, I don't think I would be here now. So you can't.
Which is an artist in residence in Nijmegen, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so once you work, because when you work, and there is no hours. There is like, you might work nights or you might work days and so on. And at one point I started to, so many years we were based in Helsinki in Finland, in the capital. And I felt like I started to have stronger connection with people outside of Helsinki through the festivals than sometimes people I know just a few kilometers away, as there is not so much opportunity to meet if you are you are finishing a film. Or
you need a special occasion to be the nice version of yourself.
As well. Maybe you need the mask. Maybe you need the whole. Maybe you need
Perhaps.
the reboot, and that doesn't get to happen when you are working, when you're busy.
So we are a bar, but what would you like to drink, Pekka? No, it's we are a bar, but we are a live stream bar, so we are not allowed to have actual drinks, but we can drink water, right?
Yes, we can definitely drink water.
Where's the water?
I can give you some.
Here, please.
Can help you.
Just to make it look.
Who is the bartender now?
Thank you.
Yeah, but we are actually in a bar I don't think many people have been to. This bar has been open specially for us. We are in the basement of the Lux.
We're in basement of Lux Theater, yeah.
This is not a bar that is often available.
It's
and
very
I definitely never saw this place before.
No. And I'm looking at the time, we are expecting Jasmijn in a little bit. And I also asked all the guests that we are having tonight to submit some music that hopefully we will be listening to. You couldn't think of anything?
Oh, I was put on the spot just before this live event.
I sent you an email a couple of days ago.
You did not do that, though.
Yeah, I did. No.
Okay. I need to check my junk mail.
All right. How, Mathieu? So we have a stage manager here. His name is Mathieu. And I was just wondering, what is the expected arrival time of Jasmijn? Or is she... I
just heard in my ear that she's coming right now.
Really? Wow.
Okay, let's get busy. Yeah. Hey, Dawe, what have you been working on for the last couple of years? Like, I met you, I think, when did I see you last time? 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, I was doing, I went to a lot of film festivals some years ago when we first met, and I had a short film. I mean, it was not intentional, but I had a short film every year from 2014, 15, 16. And so I did these festival runs, and it was very, it was a lot of fun because you get to meet the same people again, and you can, well, if your film gets selected, you can go to the next edition of a festival. So I had I had a strong relationship, I think, with this festival circuit for in those years. But then the years after, I worked on different projects. There were some video installations, theater, more theater-oriented projects. So not the kind of work that you can submit to a film festival. I did, however, do some jury duties, which happens after you screen. You must know this, that after you screen at festivals, you sometimes get invited to be on a jury, and we're gonna meet Jasmijn and Kevin tonight, who also share this experience. But yeah, I have been working on some theater projects, and actually now I'm returning to the I'm working on a short film again. It's a short documentary about my neighbor, my studio neighbor, and he's a guy who I have a studio in a kind of a cultural place where a lot of artists have a space. And he's my direct neighbor. He's my age, but he's from Somalia, and he has quite an interesting life story, pretty dramatic. But he managed to, be now he's on a he survived, and he always told me that I should make a film about his life from the moment I met him, and slowly it turned into an actual project. So I'm making this film this year, and hopefully next year I'll be here with a new film. Hey, Pekka.
Hey, Dawe.
What are you currently working on? You didn't tell me yet, right?
No, I didn't have the chance to tell yet. So the pandemic has put a little bit of a hiatus on things. Mm-hmm. But there is a new thing I'm trying to get into me, which is because I have a background in illustration, and then I studied a bit of animation in Prague back in the day. But it's always been really handmade. And then, of course, all the real film work, which is done with cameras, for example. But I have spent the better part of last year learning to program. Yeah. So I am wondering, what could code bring that human hands cannot bring to my work?
And what are you programming in?
In Python.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting journey. I started from zero. I did not know anything. Yeah. I've been taking some courses. I've been spending some time. And the last thing was that because in the previous films we have been working with a lot of scientific data, So I tried to train a neural network to create some like imaginary biological structures for me. And those things might get in handy in many different applications. So I'm thinking of character design for animation, for example, or then even like, as I have a background in graphic design, so then in like other things not related to film so much.
Yeah.
But I had moderate success already, so I'm excited to take that further. And as we have no film productions like underway at the moment, it's a good moment to like, it's good time.
Good moment to study now.
It's a good time to like rethink, redefine how your working day goes. And